Hey, nice to meet you. My name's Katie. This is my day one of making YouTube videos, I guess. I can't really tell you exactly what my content's gonna be like. It's going to be mostly like day in the life videos. I decided to start making YouTube videos because I have been creating content on TikTok for about a year now. I'm a live streamer. I stream on Epic Studios. I started expanding outside of that and started posting on Instagram and decided why not make a YouTube channel. I really love gardening. I started that last year and it has become like a real passion of mine. It is such like I never knew how spiritual it could be, like, and how healing it really is. And I am a survivor of several forms of trauma, and we'll get into it as we get more comfortable on the we're just gonna get into it later, but most of it's gonna be day in the life, probably, because I'm a stay-at-home mom of a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, and then a 9-year-old. So with no adult interaction essentially besides my fiance. So I think that it's gonna be a fun journey, and this is just gonna be like a little introduction video. There's an airplane. So this is just an introduction video to me, I suppose. Like I was saying, I love gardening. I do crafty things like sew and crochet and stuff like that. I sell my flower bouquets at the farmer's market, and usually my things that I sew things to also sell at the farmer's market, but I have been so busy with these toddlers that I haven't had much time to get anything done when it comes to my sewing projects. So we'll see how it's a bit of late growing season as far as like my garden, because I'm in North Dakota. So it was a very, very late frost this year. So my stuff hasn't even been in the dirt for very long. And I get a little bit discouraged because it feels like my gardening season so far has been a little disappointing, but then I have to keep reminding myself that it's because weather. But what else do I like? I don't know. I'm an onion, really. That's my friends have described me as that. Like, I have so much to me, and we all do. We're multifaceted human beings, but there's just a lot to me, and it's hard to like even say in an introductory video. It just comes out when it comes out. I already filmed some like clips of me cleaning for like a day in my life video. That's another thing too that's like stressed me out. Another airplane, hold on. Okay, that's another thing that's like kind of like, I guess shouldn't not stress me out, but like has made me put like the brakes on it when it comes to like starting a YouTube channel and making videos, because the whole editing process freaks me out kind of, because it's like you can end up with like hours and hours of footage, and then you have to go through it all and edit it. And so I don't know any software to edit it on. I don't know. I'm just starting it because I keep putting it off, and if I keep saying like, oh, well, I gotta wait for this to happen, or I gotta wait until I learn how to do this, or I gotta wait to do this, it's never gonna happen. Like, it really isn't. I know myself. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I know myself, and I know if I always wait until I feel ready, I'm just never gonna be ready. And that is another thing that like, that's a recent realization that I've had about myself. And I can get into that too, like, because there was a huge moment in the most recent years where like I had these like epiphanies that really made a huge change in my quality of life, is that loud? This airplane is just like circling above us, I think. Very rude. Anyways, yeah, there was, in the most recent years, I had all these epiphanies that like really, I'm someone who struggles with a lot of mental health stuff. I'm diagnosed manic bipolar, depression, anxiety, borderline personality disorder, pretty much everything you can have. But anyways, like I really struggled for a really long time. I still struggle. I'm medicated now, but for most of my life, I didn't know, I never got the manic bipolar diagnosis. So that's like a more recent diagnosis as well. So ever since I started getting on medication for that, oh yeah, and ADHD, I don't know if you'll be able to tell. It's there. But I'm medicated essentially, but a majority of my life I really struggled with my mental health, and I allowed it to control every part of it, and I missed out on a lot of opportunities, and I just went down a really dark path. And also another fun fact of mine is that I'm a recovering addict. I'm about like 3 years off my DOC, so that's cool. Just another little layer of me. I am just rambling at this point, but I'm trying to give you a good feel of me, I guess. I don't know. Mental health is a big thing of mine, and I became very passionate about speaking up and being an advocate about mental health, or a mental health advocate, because it can literally ruin your life if you don't get up and do something about it. And that is something that I never believed that I was able to do. A common excuse that I would make for myself is like I was saying, oh, I have to wait until I feel motivated, or I have to wait until I have my mental health under control and all that stuff. But that was not realizing that was exactly what was keeping me sick as I was. So get up. Moral of the story, get up even when you don't feel like it. Do the things you don't feel like doing. And it's hard because most of the time I don't feel like doing anything, but the more you do it, the more you get up and like start doing these things that you don't feel like doing, you start enjoying them, and they start becoming like part of your habits and your daily routines. And I'm someone who never had a routine, and I'm finding that I function very well with routines, and most people do, I think. But I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna end it, and I'm gonna post it so I can just get it over with, and you'll see me again soon.